What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got some new baby Digimon to talk about. The final new baby Digimon. Or I suppose I should say the final new baby Digimon from New Evolution. We know that there is going to be another set coming in a couple of months' time, and one would imagine that there will be more baby Digimon in that set. Now, the translations here do come from the official site, although I do need to give a shout out to the lovely Bobby Hyatt and to Jason Snowjacks for helping with one of the translations, and the lovely Ian Elliott for helping out identifying one of the Digimon. So let's start off with Babymon. I mean, look, if we're starting off with a baby Digimon, we might as well start off with Babymon. It is a new red Digitama. And as with all of the Digitama, the only thing we see is a single inheritable skill. And apparently, on your turn, if the Digimon that has evolved from Babymon has Pierce, you increase the power of that Digimon by 2,000. Cool. On the one hand, that's really good. An extra 2,000 power is really, really good. You see, the other Digimon, the baby Digimon we've been looking at so far, I mean, to take red Digimon, we could look at Yokomon, who comes in and gives you an extra 1,000 power, or we can go over to the starter set, and we can have a look at Koromon, who gives you an extra 1,000 power. Koromon is if you've got 4 or more evolution sources, and Yokomon is just generally when attacking. Okay, cool. The thing is, and do stop me if this sounds a little bit redundant, an extra 2,000 power is better than an extra 1,000 power. So, straight off the bat, we're looking at this and thinking, oh, it's better, yay, go team, we're all happy. Well, no. Because you see, it only works on Digimon that have Pierce. You've got to have Pierce, penetration as it is generally translated as in Japan. And if you've got Pierce, you get an extra 2,000 power. But the problem is you've got to have Pierce, and as it stands at the moment, unless I've missed one, we've only actually got 2 options of Digimon that are red that have Pierce. And you've got to evolve up through the red line here. Now, the new one is one we literally just looked at earlier today. It is Breakdramon, and Breakdramon is just a big level 6 Digimon with Pierce. It's what it is. It's what it does. It's not a particularly impressive Digimon. It's got pretty much dead on average stats, but it has got Pierce. Pierce says that if you attack a Digimon that is resting and destroy it, you then get to perform a security check as well. So if you're going to use Breakdramon, yeah, fine, this is good. But I'm not a huge fan of Breakdramon. I am, however, a much bigger fan of Garudamon, and Garudamon does have Pierce. Now, this is a level 5 Digimon, and it's got Pierce, but it's also got an inheritable skill, whereby if you are blocked, you draw a card. So I do really like the way that this turns Garudamon into a 9,000 power Digimon, which is good, while also helping out with Breakdramon if you so like. But Garudamon, I think, is the better of the two. Outside of those 2 specific Digimon, I don't think you can afford to play Babymon in basically any other deck. It is an incredibly specific Digimon, but that's alright. Now, if you want to go a little bit more adorable, and why would you not, how about Wanyamon? This is the one that the lovely Ian Elliott helped me to identify. We've got a blue Digitama here, and on your turn, if there are 2 or more of your opponent's Digimon that have no evolution sources, you get plus 2,000 power, which is kind of weird because it makes it just double of the Digitama we saw in the blue starter deck. We saw Tsunamon. Now, Tsunamon was also a little bit more specific. It was when you were battling a Digimon with no evolution sources, you get plus 1,000 DP. This one appears to be if there are 2 or more Digimon, even if you're not battling one of them, with no evolution sources, plus 2000 DP. And I actually really like this one. If you're playing what I've come to refer to as the standard blue deck. You see, the standard blue deck basically is, I'm going to get rid of evolution sources, and I'm going to take advantage of that. So we've talked time and again about Pokemon like Zudamon. When you play it, you remove 2 evolution sources from the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon. Or over in the starter set, you've got both Gabumon and Garurumon that remove evolution sources when you attack, though Gabumon does not work on a level 6 or a level 7 Digimon. So, if you're going along that route, and you got stuff like Garurumon that gives you security attack +1 if your opponent has a Digimon with no evolution sources, and the Tamer that gives you +1 memory at the start of your turn under the same circumstances and all of that, it's a good card, but it's not going to fire all the time. The other one we've got from New Evolution is Uppamon, and when you attack, if your opponent has any Digimon with no evolution sources, you draw 1. So it's, would you rather have an extra 2000 power, or would you rather draw an extra card during your turn? Except it's not necessarily that easy, because you don't always get the choice. Because you might not have 2 of your opponent's Digimon with no evolution sources, there might only be 1, and if there's only 1, then Uppamon would fire and give you the skill, give you the card, but Wanyamon would not fire and would not give you the extra 2000 power. So the question you've got to ask yourself with Wanyamon is very simple. How confident are you that you are going to be able to get 2 of your opponent's Digimon with no evolution sources? If you are feeling confident, brilliant. If you're not feeling confident, I think you need to go for Uppamon here. Or maybe even go back to the starter set and go for Tsunamon. I do love it, but I do not think it's always going to work. Now, unfortunately, we do not have any new yellow tamers to talk about. We did talk about Kyuremon and Carpamon the other day, but there is a new green Digimon tamer to talk about. And this was the one where I had a little bit of confusion, because it was not 100% clear right away. It is Fremon. And what's kind of weird is the green only have 2 Digitama. All 4 colours are getting 2 Digitama in this particular expansion. But red, blue and yellow got a Digitama in their respective starter decks. Green did not. So if you want to play a green deck, you are actually down in terms of Digitama. When we're 5 or 6 sets in, I don't think this is going to make a difference. But at the moment, yeah, it actually really does make a difference. This only has 2/3 of the options of the other colours, and that's kind of rubbish. What does it do? On your turn, if 2 or more of your opponent's Digimon are at rest, this Digimon gains plus 2000 DP. Now, this was a little bit confusing because the translation on the site did not make it clear whose Digimon had to be at rest, but both Jason Snowjax and Brian Hyatt both told me it was definitely opponent's Digimon. So, if 2 of your opponent's Digimon are at rest, you get plus 2000 power. Here's the thing, though. Your opponent's Digimon, as a general rule, on your opponent's turn, are going to attack. So they are going to be at rest. So of all of the 3 we're looking at in this video, this seems like by far the easiest one to actually get working, the easiest one to actually make fire, because your opponent is probably going to be attacking. And if your opponent is not attacking to stop you using this ability, then you've kind of already won. So I'm kind of in love with this. This seems really, really good. Some of the green Digimon are naturally a little bit less powerful, so having this to boost them up is really, really nice. Now, of course, we've seen there are a million different green Digimon that we've got, or that we've already seen, that will put your opponent's Digimon to rest. I mean, one of the best cards we've seen is Mega Electro Shocker, that either lets you put one Digimon to rest, or 2 Digimon with 5000 DP or less to rest, which would instantly turn off this ability. And actually, we've also seen Flower Cannon, which just rests one of your opponent's Digimon. So, yeah, you've actually got some pretty good options here for resting. And then there's a bunch of other skills as well. We're not going to go through all of them in this video. So I think this is going to fire most of the time. Now, your alternative in terms of a Digitama for green is Tanamon, whereby if you've evolved once or more this turn, you get an extra 1000 power. And look, we need to play a lot more games. We need to get to the stage where we're deck building a lot, where we are really getting into the nitty-gritty of what we're playing and how we're playing. But as it stands at the moment, I mean, Tanamon, sorry, mate, I don't see myself playing Tanamon. Because I think the vast majority of the time, my opponent is going to have 2 resting Digimon. But as I get later in the game, the times I'm able to evolve may well go down. I genuinely think, and we need more games. Obviously, we need more games. But from what I've played and what I've seen, I think there's going to be 2 of your opponent's Digimon resting more often than you're going to be evolving in a turn. Remember, Tanamon does not stack. It is if you have evolved 1 or more times. If you could stack it through evolving, I would adore Tanamon, but you can't, so I don't. Now, maybe you're playing a deck where you're going to be taking out your opponent's resting Digimon as fast as you possibly can. In those situations, I get it. But honestly, outside of that, I am all in, ladies and gentlemen. Now remember, you can only play 4 of each Digitama, and you are allowed to play 5 in total. So maybe I'm going to run out of Fremon and then have to put in Tanamon as a sub. But honestly, outside of that, yeah, I'm all in on this one, ladies and gentlemen. I'm all in on this one. But I'd like to know what you think. I'd like to know what you think about all of these Digitama. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, me nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wossy, where we talk Digimon and whatever other card games take our fancy. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.